engineering aspect, you might have like some much like about the length of the mesh or something like this one have standard. But in the rebar bending schedule when we create drawing for the slab, it's just strict like a single bar only. It doesn't give you like this is the mesh or like the mesh in the model. It just show like a bar, look like in the bar. Yeah.
So basically, if it's a prefabricated mesh,
yes.
Most of our customers are just using the mesh symbol, and then they don't use every bar, but they just show the boundary box and then the mesh symbol. And then we have one application for creating drawing directly from mesh, and if they want to have it also like information for the prefabrication. But in those cases, the drawing standards in many countries are that you just show the boundary box of the mesh, because they are only interested of the location of the mesh, because they already know that they don't need to know kind of the information. But of course, if that is the requirement here in Vietnam, that you will, even though it's prefabricated mesh, and you need to show only one bar this direction, one bar this direction on the drawing, then we can take a look at it. But if the question was how do they do it in elsewhere, that is the most typical way to handle it. So showing only the boundaries and then the kind of the position number of the mesh. So referring to some mesh catalog, for example, the mesh number 1 located here, and then we have a separate drawing how is the mesh number 1.
So you mean that you take it and you arrange it in the model. So mesh like this.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of time.
Sorry.
So it will take a lot of time to use. Like we have a 1,000 like 20 meter long and 20 meter wide. So after that we have a standard dimension for the mesh. So when you do like this, so it means that you have to have a strict standard size or something, or you go for the from boundary of the whole slab. After that, automatically they divide to the standard mesh. They divide automatically.
Yeah, we have at least one tool for that. Have you used the mesh array? I can quickly show you if this is what we are talking about. Basically, have you used this tool? Mesh, reinforcement mesh array in area. So basically, I define the slab and the region, and then it automatically creates these mesh entities inside of that. So these are all single meshes. And depending on the settings, how should they overlap, it will automatically place.
So in the drawing, how about in the drawing?
We show this. We show at least in many places people like to show it like this, and not. For example, if I now go to
you show like this one?
Yeah. And then we just refer
to the mesh.
Or then if it has some positive number or something, then we can also put this information. Now there has been no numbering, but when it numbers it takes the same meshes and then.
Okay.
And here of course you can control that if it's outline, but then you can also control if it's a single line, and I think here you can still control it like this, far in the middle. this is something that you want.
Okay.
Now it's only showing the middle part. And I can also define which of these is shown. So it is possible also to show only the middle part of the mesh.
Right. So in this case we don't need to have a rebalancing schedule. Do you need to have a rebalancing schedule for that mesh?
Basically, if these are prefabricated meshes, then they only need the quantity of the meshes.
Right. You just need
Can I ask a question about this? I say that this lab we can use the mesh to model very fast.
Yeah.
But when we export to material text, to make the balance schedule, we want to calculate horizontal number up, horizontal number up, vertical for the bar. From that we can get the same information with the bar.
So basically you want to
The first we some project we model with map for the bar first. When customer want to make, because they on the outside then they want to manual development schedule with the stride bar to make mesh. They don't buy the mesh.
They change design.
We can get the bar. We can use the bar mesh to model, but we want to get information same with the bar. That means
So basically, the situation is that you think that they want to use welded meshes, prefabricated meshes, but then they change it from the fly that no, we're gonna use single bars.
on the inside they choose dot that's about direction horizontal and vertical. The same with mesh. But they want to know horizontal how many bar, vertical how many bar, and how we can get that.
Well, basically, one thing that you could show to them, we have a macro rebar mesh view creator. And with this tool, you can create the information. I think I have to number first.
I want to ask about report for this number how we for just mean report for the number of data for the vibration horizontal and vertical for the mass.
You want to show the binding schedule in detail.
The original bar bending.
The same with the binding schedule.
Binding schedule for group rebar.
Yeah.
Mesh make combine vertical and rebar, all of vertical and horizontal to make one mesh.
Yeah.
But we want to count how many rebar for horizontal and how many
So
rebar for
when we
vertical.
get in group,
It doesn't mean that instead we make group rebar, we must make two group to make one mesh. This graph will you tomorrow, that's very fast. But when we export to we make the binary schedule, we cannot
sao
make.
anh là dùng cái mesh để mô hình để anh thống kê dạng group.
That's the only just ask. We find the file program customize one. We make the math too easy when he feature model is that or talk about that is that one and just both horizontal and vertical for talk about. That's mean we must make mesh with that.
Thì mình đặt cái tên nó là
That's the only one. Plus and when he when our export to Lebanese schedule, we don't have. So we have the number of the
Nghĩ mấy con người này
After that, we must
Là
modify.
mình group rồi.
We need to change it to the group. But
Không vì vậy, anh group nó đã
I think the first time he went to see in the inside.
Yeah.
Outside he select one, but not all is two borders.
Because they also use Tekla inside, so in the inside they want to choose the top part, so they choose the top part in vertical and horizontal. But sometimes they just want to select the horizontal part and vertical part. And I want to show the detail. Maybe they would show the detail. But they just want to use the mesh for one, they don't want to use the group regard to one itself.
Yeah. But I would say that this mesh parse tool, this extension, this is very good tool if you don't want to use the bar group, because with this you can also create those bar groups and still use the direct modification thing. So
Thì em nghĩ nếu mà mình có thể dùng
That's the only that's the problem we find.
cái tool hồi nãy mình thấy là cái tool Mesta với Mesta by area là thì trong đó có cái hai option, một chuyển qua Mesh, một chuyển qua liền Remote Group, mình thử dùng nó để xem nha. Chưa để vô cái gì developing list rồi. STL.
But really
Currently, Tekla cannot install to STL for 3D printer.
now we must develop to sketch it or Revit and after that convert. Sometimes it take a lot of time.
okay. So what was the name of the format?
STL.
STL.
3D printer format.
Oh, okay.
That's some project that you want to build the model, the model to see
Yeah.
how before can make also. Or sometimes you want to
So it's a mesh welding machine. There's a mesh welding machine. That
not
That is
Printer.
3D printer.
3D printer for model.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is also in the generation.
Okay.
See we want
So we have to go to revisit or sketch it. Sketch it
when we export to Revit or sketch it, that means we take a time. And when we import to, we must open the model, see what the different and
Okay. But so you mean like proper 3D printing, and you want to print mesh also?
I see a lot of software 3D Michael Hodgson. A lot of.
Why? Just for visualization, some marketing purpose.
Yeah, marketing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. The lion want to listen. I very confused because all of the 3D software have that option, but that
Okay. Yeah, I understand. It was hard for me to get to the use case why you want to do that. But okay, for marketing purposes, it might be valid, and I can ask.
From 2015, a lot of client want to that.
Oh.
So a little bit headache.
But I can talk with our interoperability team that is it possible, but I cannot promise anything because it's already good that we can first export it to SketchUp and then that it is possible, so that is already good.
But that means you must buy the license and you must training on it. And sometimes you must take the time to check everything okay before you use. Especially with the conflict type, it's very difficult. And if that's the one, that means you must model on that software. And that's the only option I have that can have a I see Michael Hodgson Revit on 3D AutoCAD also have an option.
Yeah, in SketchUp can export,
Yes.
so just wait for a little bit time.
Yeah.
My boss has white.
Okay.
Yeah. So những câu hỏi gì không dạ? So thank you for your time, thank you for coming with us. Cảm ơn mọi người nha, cảm ơn mọi người đã tham dự. Thì sẽ gặp lại mọi người sau nha.